Alright, so, God help me, we're gonna rate every single move Dante has. I wouldn't be surprised if this is getting into the triple digits, but let's go ahead and start. Couple things, establishing some rules just like last time with Nero. We're not going to be ranking every single hit of every single string, like for instance, the second hit of combo A there, you know, we're not going to do that. It's going to be the full string we're rating. Two, I'm not gonna rate like every taunt. Every move has to have like genuine functionality. Like for instance, we will be doing the air taunt because that does something. Let me go ahead and swap. Yeah, that works. Let's go ahead and start with the Trickster and Royal Guard stuff first because that'll be fast, and Swordmaster and Gunslinger will, you know, each have their. They're gonna have a lot. Actually, before that, let's go ahead and do air taunt. So. Genuinely, honestly, the fact that it's the Rose Throw from Lucifer from DMC4 makes it, ooh, like Dante just throwing a rose out in the middle of his combo and it being genuinely useful, so you see people using it all the time. I don't know, man, like that's really cool. I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10, you know, it's really good. My only I think I'd give Vergil, you know, I don't know, maybe it is the best air taunt in the game, but either way, so that's the air taunt. Let's go ahead and get Trickster out of the way. So we have Trickster dodge. It's the coward's dodge, you know, it's the coward's thing. Like, this is the move you use when you're afraid to Royal Guard, so it's not that great, not that stylish. The blur is cool and all, but the dodge itself, it's just whatever, you know. I'll give it like a 3 out of 10. No, I'll give it a 2 out of 10. It's really not all that. And then there's... fuck. That. Man. Sure, cool, whatever. It has... Okay, I'm gonna change it. The dodge has a 3 out of 10, and that has a 2 out of 10. I don't even see people use it that much, to be honest. Alright. Air trick. Super important. Just terribly important for Dante. Like, so important that he isn't Dante without it. He doesn't function properly unless you're playing DMC3. So, like... Jeez, I don't know, man. Like, it's not the coolest thing in the world, to be honest. Like, visually, Vergil's tricks look cooler because of the after images. So I'd have to give his a higher rank, so I have to leave room for that. I'll say, let's give it a... I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, you know? It's just really not all that. Skystar. I like the circle that appears behind him. It looks like he's kicking off of it like he does for his double jump. So definitely, I'll give that a 4 out of 10 rather than the 3 for this. And then ground trick. I'll give this a 5 out of 10 because it's really not as useful as air trick. You'd think it'd be more useful, but it's really not all that, especially considering the input is harder and just takes more time to do. So it's really not all that. That's all Trickster, right? Shit. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, so Royal Guard. So we have the guard, right? Now the animation work that they did for DMC5 is really doing a lot here. Because Dante context-sensitive blocking in different ways, it's really good. It makes him look like a kung fu master. And the general blocking takes away from your DT gauge rather than your HP when it's not a perfect one. Really, really good. And all of this pretty much goes towards the actual perfect parry, but I'll count them as two different things. So, yeah, I'll give this... I'll give it a 5 out of 10, because it's not actually... Like, it is a fail state, but it's a really cool fail state, you know? Oops. Ow. Now, it is Royal Guard, so, like, what do you want me to say? It's like, the sound design is giving it a lot of points here, right? So much to the point that I'm just like, oof, I want to give it a 10, But we're not at peak Royal Guard yet, are we? You know, this is still just the block. We haven't done damage with it yet. So there's Royal Release. Fuck. That's cool. Here, let me just actually... So Royal Release, obviously great. Big damage. You know, just cash it out. I like it. Great sound design, great visual effects here. Look at the just burst of energy coming out of Dante here. It is nice, but it's not perfect, and I know there's better things coming, so I have to wait for the 10 out of 10 on that. So let's do just release. Oh, well, let me actually rate it. Like, it's good. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I fucked up. Come on. Get up. Get up. Now, just release, in the words of the Gaming Brit, feels like you're piercing the goddamn heavens. Let's see if we can get a better look. Oops. Now, there's a phenomenon in video games, right? Where something feels a lot better than it looks, right? And that already looks great. But anyone who's played something like RE4 knows that playing that game, as opposed to looking at it, is a whole other level. It feels amazing to play that game because of its snappy animations and stuff. So just the immediacy of knowing you nailed it, and Dante just absolutely fucking them as hard as possible, it's doing a lot here. So due to feel, I have to say, I guess it could look cooler. It's not as flashy as it could be. I mean, it's literally the best thing you can do in the game. So I guess it could probably use even more pizzazz, but I'll still give it a 9 out of 10 for how good it is. Here's something. Here's something. Let's look at it in slow motion. Yeah, mods, right? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Wow, we can really, investigate this, huh? Ooh, this is something. Ooh, I should not have done this at 10%. Alright. It doesn't look any better in slow motion, honestly. It's fine. Ouch. And then the final one. Now, they have been trying to figure out what the other thing should be for Royal Guard, right? So having this long thing here, this long animation where he will counter, it's like, it's good. I like it. It looks good. It's not the most useful. What makes it good is it works on projectiles. But it's honestly, it looks really cool. Like the way he just twirls his hands and sends it back, you know? It's great. I really like it. It looks really good. Honestly, I wish Royal Release had a bit more pizzazz like that, but I'll give it an 8. No, I'll give it a 7 due to how not as good as it could be it is. I guess now we can start with the real shit. So I'm actually going to save Devil Sword Dante for last for the swords, for the default swords. And we can go ahead and run through all 3 of those real quick. So first let's start off with Rebellion. Don't mind that. Alright, so we have Rebellion Combo A. Like, pretty iconic, I guess, at this point, you know? Like, he's been doing this since forever. Not terribly useful, sends the enemy away, which, you know, forces you to do this shit and all. But, like, it's still good, you know? Like, it works. I'll just give it, like, a 5 out of 10, though. I really like... I know I didn't say I'd talk about individual moves, but how they fit into the rest, it does matter to me. I really like just the pose he strikes on the second hit. It's a really big upswing, and it really sells the third hit. Like, it's animated and posed very well. It was very well thought out. Now let's do Rebellion Combo B. So, this has a lot going on here, right? So the twirl For those of you who remember, the twirl and million stab were two different things in DMC3, and they combined them in 4 and kept it in 5. So the twirl is honestly stylish as fuck. I love this animation. Like, I love it to death. It's also good crowd control. I love it. And then the million stab part, of course. Honestly, and million stab, of course, is as iconic as it could be. Other than Stinger, it might be one of the most iconic parts of Dante's kit. Jeez. I honestly, no, there's better things. There's better things, Ransom. Come on, don't blow your load here. That is an 8 out of 10, though. That's an amazing animation and all. Alright, so, then we got Stinger. What needs to be said about Stinger? You know, it's fantastic. Sorry if you heard my phone. Fucking TikTok. Why do I have vibrate on? And sound, actually. It's Stinger, you know? Like, what do you want from me? It is just Stinger. It's a really good Stinger, you know? I like what the noise Dante makes during it. It's very, you know, it's great. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Launcher. I think it's called High Time. I've always really liked the arc on the swing here. He really, because like, okay. Fuck. Look at the wind up on this bitch. You know, he does like a whole 360. It's really good. Like this, the blade makes a full circle almost, you know? It's really nice. So the animation is great, but it is just High Time. And like as far as launchers go, this isn't even the one pro players like to use. I will say this though. This is the beginning for a DMC player, you know? Doing this is like the thing to start with, you know? You know, this is the beginning of starting actual DMC, you know? That's the beginning of the fun. It's baby's first launcher, and that means baby's first, like, having fun with the game, so I'll also just give it a 6. I'm including this with it, because it's really just the same, you know? He's just going up with them. God, is there anything else? Oh yeah. Helmbreaker. It sure is Helmbreaker. You know, it's Helmbreaker. I like the pose he strikes. I'm starting to realize now, Dante's keyframes are just really good. But, you know, it sure is just Helmbreaker, not that useful. I wonder if I can do the thing from the reboot. Oop. Maybe I have to be really close. Yep, you can do that. Yeah, you can jump cancel it, but you know, it's just Helmbreaker. I'll just give it a 5, you know, it's whatever. Okay, so, God, is there anything else? Sheesh, Rebellion was limited in this game. Alright, so we have Spinny. The spin. Oh my god, what is it called? Prop, of course, it's called prop. So, there's a reason you see this used all the time. It has better frame data than High Time. It's simply faster. That's literally it. That is the reason you see it used all the time. Now, I will say, the second part of the move, actually useless. Literally no reason to use it ever. Like, it doesn't... How much damage does it do? 12. I got 12 damage off of that. Off a normal enemy, you know? Still though, its functionality is so good, is so important, that the fact that they removed it from Devil Sword Dante means that people still have these two weapons on Dante. So just so they can use this. It is that important. So its importance alone, and it has more flair than High Time, you know? I'll go ahead and say, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So then we have, let's go ahead and do Aerial Rave. Now, Aerial Rave is sick as fuck, and, like, the reason DMC3 was so great to me, you know? Its jump cancel ability is... I mean, it's Baby's first air combo, you know? It's amazing. It's so... absolutely wonderful, you know? Still, though, it's not the coolest one in the game or anything. Very functional, though. Very fun to use. Very easy to use. I will give it a 5 out of 10. No, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, so we have that. I'm just not gonna look up the names because it takes too long, and Dante has too long of a move list. Pretty cool though. Been there since DMC 1. I like it without a doubt. It's good, especially since you get so many swords in this game that you can actually just get rid of your sword and it be fine, you know? Like, you have other shit to work with. So that's nice. It does look cool, admittedly. I'll give it a 7. And then, of course, Dance Macabre. So, long story with this one. In DMC3, it was broken, just actually too good. Because if you got to the end, he would plant the sword on the ground and start twirling around it infinitely, right? And that would get you to triple S every time, so long as the enemy was still alive. They changed that to the baseball swing in 4, and in 5 they added another step to it to make it a little more impactful. I really didn't like the change in 4, but I understood why they did it. But them adding the extra impact in 5 did help. Fuck. Them adding the extra impact at the end. It is nice. It's a wonderfully animated move, and ultimately is still a go-to for me. Honest to God, I can't give it anything but a 10 out of 10. It's Dance Macabre. What do you want from me? I'm only a man. So, now, this fucking thing... Honest, is there any... Does it have any different moves? I don't think so. I do not think so. I guess here I'll just add... I did forget to mention, in Devil Trigger, Stinger gets extra hits that makes it feel really impactful, so that's nice. I guess just animation differences happen here. For something like that, I would bump up the point score by 0.5 because it does make it look cooler, the scythe. But it is the same weapon. It just does more damage, you know? It is indeed the exact same weapon. That is why I replace it with Yamato with mods, you know? Still, without a doubt, a fun... It's a great design, but we're rating moves here, not weapon designs, so I don't think I have anything to say about it. So let's go ahead and move on to Devil Sword Dante. Now, Devil Sword Dante Combo 3. So as you can see, they put prop on a pause combo, making it functionally useless, completely destroying what was useful about it. Truly, I mean this when I say it, it's a 1 out of 10. It is the most useless move and most disappointing move in the game. This was a fucking... This angered people, you know? But what are you gonna do? So I am actually going to mention this aerial rave because it's on the triangle button, on the melee button, rather than the style button. Meaning, no matter what style you're in, say Gunslinger for instance, Dante will always have his aerial rave. Okay, well that's weird. But you see what I mean? That does bump it up a whole point for me, so that makes it a... It was 1 more point than it was last time. I believe that makes it a 7 out of 10. Very helpful. Thank you, Itsuno. Thank you, Matt Walker. You guys did a good thing by doing that. This is now back on triangle, which it's negligible, the difference that makes in difficulty to perform, so I'm not going to talk about it. Now we have drive. And overdrive, I'm just going to include that. Very cool. I don't see people use it that much. Vergil's is a lot better. But it's still very cool. Fun to use. You know, I did... Okay. Fuck me. I forgot about Million Stab out of that. Million Stab, iconic, 8 out of 10. So... Jeez, I forgot you could do overdrive out of the not charged version, so damn. I should use that more. That's really cool. Very cool looking. Let's get a good look at the energy waves here. I wasn't mashing it. I wasn't mashing fast enough. Oh, look at the glow on the sword. It's so cool. That's really cool, man. Functionality is bringing it down for me, but it's still an 8 out of 10 in my mind. It's very cool. So, that. I forget the name. I'm not looking it up. So, Devil Sword Dante gave Dante summon swords. Very cool. That's my favorite summon sword attack because, you know how I was talking about Nero and being able to continue to not have to teleport and shit after Stinger with Nero because of Snatch and the little Buster punch. Well, Dante has his own version of that, and it's sick. You know, it's really nice. It's just genuinely helpful to have, and if you want to add on some damage at any point, you can just do that. Genuinely I find it to be one of the most helpful moves in the game. I wish I could do it at all times. It's not the coolest looking thing in the world. Like, the summon swords themselves have cooler animations. So I'll just give it a... God, it's so helpful though, but that's just for me, not pro players necessarily, because pro players prefer to use this. Shit, man. I'm still giving it an 8. It's really good. It's really good. Okay, so Stingers. I barely see people... Like, do you use this move? Be honest. It just sends the enemy away, you know? Like, it looks cool, without a doubt, but I kind of wish it was something else. I wish it was, like, Million Stabs or something. Still cool. I give it a 5 out of 10, honest. I give it a 4. Fuck that. I give it a 4. It's just, you don't see it. This shit, though, you see all the fucking time. Like, all the fucking time. Functionality-wise, I feel like I'm required to give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9 instead, just because there's cooler shit. Still, though, great. And here's one. Round trips. I remember the name. You get to use round trip without, sacrificing your sword. What more needs to be said? It's a 9. It's really great. And then Dance Macabre is still here, just on back forward. Nothing's changed about it, so nothing to really mention. I'm not going to change the ranking. And then there is this, which I'm going to count this and everything that comes with it as 1 score, because that'd simply be too much. But you get that. It does different things depending on what style you're on, but you get really cool formations off of it. So Swordmaster, obviously, it just helps you out. Gunslinger shoots automatically. Trickster adds dodges and shit, adds teleports. Royal Guard blocks for you. Really helpful. All around, really helpful. And when you're in double trigger, it activates automatically. I don't know why that move is on its own, honestly. I really didn't need to. Like, you don't see people doing this, you know? People just do double trigger instead, but whatever, you know, it's fine. I'll go ahead and give it a 10 because of the stuff it does for you and because it makes all these other moves look way cooler. I mean, come on! Look at that, that's so cool! Like, come on, that's great! That's actually great. So yeah, that's it on Devil Sword Dante. Amazing, we actually did it. Great. So now we can do Ebony and Ivory. Normal shot. You know, it's normal shot. It sure is normal shot. Fucking 2. Like, come on, what do you want from me? Alright, so Gunslinger did a neat thing. Oh shit. Charge shot. Whatever, man. Like, whatever. Does anyone use this? 2. 3. So good. Neat change here. When you're in Gunslinger, you can fire Ebony and Ivory independently, so I don't know if this is Ebony or Ivory, but it's the rapid fire one. It's neat, you know. I really don't see why they did this, but the single shot, that's cool. Single shot, I give a 2. Big shot, I give a 3. I give it a 2.5, actually. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of moves, does it? Rainstorm. Now, Rainstorm's really cool. Right, you can hold it, okay. Rainstorm's iconic as fuck, bro. Everyone loves Rainstorm, and he looks awesome doing it. It's a really cool looking move, man. Look at him go. He's having fun. Let him have fun. Love that for him. That's a 9 out of 10 right there. It's probably the most Dante use of his guns there is, you know? It's the most like, oh yeah, Dante would do that. And it's jump cancelable, which is fun. And then, there's the first time Ebony and Ivory have ever actually done damage. Let's go. I personally like this move. I don't use it too much, but shit, man, he does damage. It works. It functions, you know? It actually hurts the enemy worth a damn, so I'll give it a 7. Let's go in order here. Alright, Balrog. So, I will say, 2 things about it. Ignition, I don't care for it. I don't care for Ignition. I mod the game to have it always on because I find it functionally useless, and no one ever actually has a problem getting Ignition. All you have to do is just punch the enemy a bunch, or just dance. You know? It's really not a big deal. I don't see the point. I do not. I mean, I really don't. I just don't. And as well, there is style swapping on it. You can swap between punching and kicking. I'll elaborate on that in a minute, but let's just start with the punching moves. So, rapid punch. The jabs. I like it a lot. I think it's a great mix-up after what the punching weapons have usually been in the games, where they're very slow and heavy, right? Now he's all quick and jabby. It's cool. I like it a lot. It's not that useful, but I just think it's cool and fun to use. It's the main way of getting Ignition, so I'll give it is useful for that, so I'll give it a 7. That. Oh, and he does damage when he jumps in with this weapon. Yeah, I'm not rating that. This is, God, what do you want, bro? It's... I guess I'll include that, honestly. Cool enough, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Air moves. I really like this air combo, actually. Fucking... Give me a second. Like, that lead up is always so fun. It's jump cancelable, it's fun to do on big bosses. It's great, I really like it. I think it's a great evolution of his downward punch from previous games. I love it a lot. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. It's fucking sick. I love the little double punch slam down. And then this, that's also very fun. I'll give it a 7. It's just fun to use, honestly. Alright, This is cool as shit. You only get it during ignition, and man, it's cool. I love this move. That's cool as hell. I don't use it enough. I should use it more. I give that one a goddamn 8. That's cool as hell. So then we have the Shoryu Reppa. Nope. No, Shinryuken. Oh my god. I have the damnedest time mashing this one up. Oh my god. Stop it. Shinryuken's really cool, but like, why would you ever use it as opposed to Shin Shoryuken, you know? Like, I don't know why you would, so I'll give it a 6. Because this exists! It's so much cooler. It's a 10. What, you want me to not give real impact a 10? Fuck you. You can jump cancel that? You can jump cancel that. Sick. 11 out of 10. No, 10 out of 10. But amazing though, for real. Love that move. Alright. Weapon swap. Or, you know, style swap. Kick to blow, blow to kick. 0 out of 10. I hate this mechanic. I hate it. Fuck, I missed a move. Hold on. Hold the button. You can sway. Fuck. This shit right here. Fuck! Come on. I'm preemptive. Fuck! I'm being stupid. I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. I want the slow-mo. Oh, I guess that is it. Just Dante boxer swaying out of the way is cool as fuck. The pose he's striking, the swaying. And the actual dodge itself is super useful. There's a slowdown. People love that move. And I have to agree. I give that a 9 out of 10, bro. I wish a sound effect accompanied it. Then it would get a 10 out of 10, honestly. So yeah, this. You know how Triple S Cyan was supposed to put Neo Balrog in? And that got fucked up due to Vergil and that update? Yeah, give it back! I want it back! I hate weapon swapping on this move. I don't have to do all this to get to Balrog. And now, when I want to do real impact, I have to do this shit? Fuck you. 0 out of 10. I hate it. Anyway. String 1. It's cool. 5. String 2. So, I think that the effects on that move are, like, crazy weak. Like, I am not being sold on the power of that. It should be such a stronger, faster flurry. I can't believe it looks like that. I genuinely give it a 2 out of 10. I don't know why it looks like that. Dance. Gives you ignition. I don't care. 1 out of 10. I mean, he danced. 2 out of 10. This. It's a cool little launcher. No doubt, you know. Like, no problem with it. Like, it works, it's very functional, and it's a nice little flip, you know? It's a good flip, it looks good. I'll give it a... Shit, man, I'll give it a fucking 8. It's good, no doubt. God, adding functionality as a reason for ranking here makes these ranks so crazy and confusing. Alright, God, is that it? Yeah, that's it on, okay. Breakdance. I mean, that's just fun. You can keep it going. Oh, you have to mash. You can keep it going if you mash. This is really great for crowd control. And then it ends in a launch. Can't knock it, man. Can't knock it. It's really cool. It's really fun. Dante's just doing his thing, you know? I gave it a 9. Okay, yeah, the best defensive move in the game. That's right. Yeah, Jesus. So, functionality, this gets a 10, but... You know, it's really not all that fancy. Looks great. Fuck, stop. No, spoilers. Looks great in motion among all the other moves, just swap into it, doing it real quick. Dude! The snapback on this controller is insane, y'all. This looks great when just used out of nowhere, you know, very quickly by, like, Donguri. Love it for that. But yeah, not the coolest looking thing in the world. Still very, very helpful, so I gotta give it an 8. And then, Shippu Jinrai. The Ken reference is great. The Ken reference is great. We love the Ken I'm sorry, I'm sending a text. The Ken reference is great. Gotta love it for that. It's not as helpful or as cool as Real Impact, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't use it. It is very cool, you know. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as opposed to Real Impact, right? As opposed to Shin Shoryuken. Shit, let's go ahead and do Shotgun. So, Shotgun Blast. Sound design's good. Blows enemies away. It's nice. I'll give it a 7. Charge Shot. Honest to God, honest to set. Okay, this gets a 7, normal blast gets an 8. How about that? Yeah. Is that really it? God, guns are limited. Fireworks. Helpful, I guess. Crowd control, I don't fucking use it. It's fine. 4 out of 10. It's a cool animation, though. Gunstinger. Love that. Love that. Gunstinger? It's like something a child would come up with. It's great. That's an 8 out of 10 right there. Backshot. Okay, let me rephrase that. But you know what I mean. Backshot. When it's used in a combo as like that last hit, it's the coolest thing in the world. I'll also give it an 8 out of 10. And it's just good for like, oh shit, there's someone behind me. This goofy shit. You're disgusting. I don't even know what to say. It's cool. Fucking 7. Oh, yeah, that sure is just air fireworks, huh? Huh. Oh, that's Coyote-A. It was the motorcycle next, yeah. Alright. Cavalier. String 1, by the way. I am gonna be like holding the button for all of these. It's good. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It doesn't have a pause combo, does it? It sure doesn't. Alright. This. Awful. I mean to use Stinger and I do that instead. Fucking 3 out of 10. Idling. I've never used... Fuck. I've never seen someone use this move in my entire life. 2 out of 10. Actual Stinger. Useful enough. I will give it a 6 out of 10. No, I'll give it a 7 because of the pose no, I'll give it a 6. Because look at the pose he strikes. That is fun. That is very fun. And then the air one. So this goes on forever, if you want. So that's nice. I like that. I do prefer it over like normal aerial rave, so I will give it like a 7 out of 10. Alright. Oh yeah, it's just... Alright, this. And then this goes forever. That's a 9 out of 10, bro. Juggling a shit ton of enemies with that last part alone gives it the 9 out of 10. And he's riding the bike, man. We've all dreamed of playing this game while riding a bike. Riding Stinger. Honestly, just pretty helpful. Not the best Stinger ever, but he's riding a fucking motorcycle, you know? It's still a 6 out of 10. Launcher. Dog. Why does he have this? I appreciate it. I appreciate having this, but you know, whatever. Alright, it's a 7 out of 10. Nah, it's not that cool. It's a 5 out of 10. Air thing. He's swinging the whole motorcycle with one arm. Very cool, and then sends it hurling at you. Fucking 6 out of 10. And then, without a doubt, the most useful move this weapon has. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is the only move that matters on this weapon. Just so long as you jump cancel it, which is very easily. Can you press the A button? Good, congratulations, you can use the weapon now. 10 out of 10. He soars through the air out of nowhere on a motorcycle and sets you up for an amazing combo. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What are we doing here? That has to be a 10 out of 10. It simply must be. Okay, this is going better than I thought. Fuck, I'm not gonna rank the individual, Kalina Ann's because they just don't have any moves that are worth mentioning, you know? Alright, so we have normal shot. I mean, it works. I like to use it. I like to use it a lot. It's fun. I give it, I mean, for a gunshot, it's great, so I'll go ahead and give it a 6. A lot of 6s with Dante, huh? Charge shot. Fuck me, I want to give it a 10. I want to give it a 10 so bad. God. I'll give it a 9 just because I know there's something better coming. Yeah, that's just it on that button. Alright. Very cool. Very cool. More useful in DMC3, I think. Maybe not. But still really fun. I like it. I'll give it a fucking 7. This thing. I have a hard time using it. I'll give it a 4. Shooting up and down is really cool, like using the double Kalina Ann's. It has a lot of combo use too. Like you see people use it a lot. I'm pretty honest. I gotta give it to her. That's a useful ass move, and just the concept of using both to shoot up and down at the same time. Very good, very good. I'll give that an easy 7 out of 10. It could be cooler. I'll give it a 6. But then, come on. Dude, 10. Look me in the eye and tell me that's not a 10 out of 10. You can't. You cannot. It's perfect. Alright, I just completely missed Cerberus. Ooh, this is gonna be a long one. Alright. So Cerberus has 3 sets of moves rather than 2. Amazing. And the third one's very long. So let's get this over with. We got string A. Fun enough. Still a 6. Still a 6. String 2. I like the spin, but it was cooler in 3, so I'm gonna give it a 6 as well. It would have been a 7, but it's a 6 because I have better things. I'll give it a 7. Let me not be stupid. Fucking this. I might be biased. I might be biased. Shit. Fuck. I'm being stupid. Fuck. I'm being stupid. The fact that you can use it in the air and come tumbling down, man. Am I really gonna give this a 10 out of 10? No, I'm not. But I am gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Oh yeah. Honestly, a fantastic addition to Cerberus's moveset. This distance launcher here, super good, super helpful. Gotta give it an 8. I mean, it looks cool. It's impactful. This. Dog, fuck this move. It's like, it's fine, it's fine. It keeps you hovered, but like, bro, fuck this move. It's a 5. It's a 4. It ain't even cool. So this is a defensive move, and it's very helpful against Furies. So for that alone, I have to give it at least a 6. And that is what I will give it. I will give it a 6. Alright, Fire Stick. Thing 1.
No dinner for you tonight. No candle soup.
Could be more impactful. Honestly, you'd think the final hit should be like a really big slam, but I'm just not feeling it. I'll give it a 5. Is it the... Yeah, here we go. Pokies. So, I'm only giving it a 7 because he puts it under his leg. If he didn't do that, it'd be like a 6 or a 5, because the pokes themselves are not that impactful. They're really not. They don't sell it super well. Still though, it's really good. One of the cooler stingers, without a doubt. I want to give it a 7 because of just the key posing here, and it is helpful because it's just nice to have a stinger on Cerberus. Still, I'll give it a 6. I feel like that'd be too much to give it a 7. This move. Not as helpful as you'd think it'd be. You'd think it'd be super good like AoE. It's not. Crowd control. It's not. It is not. And you don't see pros use it like at all. I don't fucking use it. Honest to God, this is like a... Is there? No, there isn't a back forward. Honest to God, dude, this is a 4 out of 10. Which is a shame, because I like the animation a lot, but it's useless. Alright, that... I wish it didn't... Oh, never mind, you can cancel it. It's a cool... It's cool. It's a cool way to, like, come down with the enemy. But it doesn't, like, drag them with you or anything. It's not as useful as you might think. I just give it, like, a... I'll give it a 5. Fuck it. Am I missing anything from that? Okay, I guess it's just time for the, electricity now. Now, I do love the mechanic of holding the button to get the electric moves out. It's really cool and neat and original, and it works. It just works because it's fast. It just works fast. That's honestly better than you might think it is, because it really reaches up there and shit. It's not. It's a 5. Its usefulness is what puts it at 5. So hilariously, he just does this again. Love that for him. Absolutely love that for him. It's a 9 as well, because holy shit, they just gave him another revolver. So, okay, let's give that one a little more room to breathe. Those slow projectiles are useful as fuck, and do a fair amount of damage, honestly. Like, they're nice. They are nice. You see pros use it all the fucking time. They're great. I love them. I'll give them an 8. Hey, and look how good they are at floating enemies, right? Okay, well that was a horrible example. Yeah, see, look at that. Amazing. So helpful. Fantastic. There's not a back forward, is there? No, of course not. There was an air one. Oh, never mind. There isn't. It's just the same. Okay, cool. Get off me. Sort of. It's a 3. It ain't all that. Most of the points are coming from Dante screaming lightning when he does it. It's really cool, dude. Yeah, same. Okay. Yeah, lightning gets, whew, sheesh. Sheesh, that gets an 8. I guess an 8 right there. And then, of course, this thing. Come on, what do you want from me? It's a 10. He does a whole kata. Like, come on, it's awesome. And It's not as useful as other like supers, right? But it's cool. It's a 10, man. I gotta give some 10s out, right? All right, this fucking thing. Normal shot. It's cool to have a rapid fire shot that I can just hold, so that's nice. I'll give it a 5. Hat throw. Puts a hat on the enemy. 9. Because you can do this. Now Dante has goddamn motherfucking... What's the... He has snatch. Oops. You just have to time it good. Come on. That's very helpful. That's a 9. Oh yeah, this thing. Just absolute fuck you damage. Total fuck you damage. It is crazy. Oh yeah, that's great, and it looks really cool. Sheesh, that's an 8 out of 10. Why not? Air shots, same. There's no back forward. All right, same thing here, but it surrounds you instead. What's great about that is if it hits more than one target, when you do the bring it back, it brings them all towards you, and it's a really great way to grind orbs on mission 13. I'll give it a 9 as well. It's just handy. Nah, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. All right. Come on. So there's this. You can fire without. I mean, it's neat. I like the little ghost. It looks like the enemy from DMC4. Still limited in its use. You're surprised, right? You'd think this would be like, what? This is insane. Come on. But it really just lets you fire without, you know, worrying about other shit. You need to put the gun on a bumper to really make it work. It's fine. It's fine. I'll give it a 5. The move's so strong, it can one-shot the final boss on the hardest difficulty. It's a 10 out of 10. He summons Meteor. He casts Meteor on the opponent, you know? Like, what? What do you want me to say? Like, fuck you, it's a 10. And my god, that did not take as long as I thought. All we have left is just this. So, I'm not counting his jump. I'm not counting his jump. Can we do infinite, please? Yeah, there we go. So, send double trigger. We've got teleport. Very good. Teleport from anywhere. Anywhere. Triple S. Oh, you can just mash it, so it is from anywhere. Triple S makes this... Like, just using Triple S to teleport or dodge is very stylish. I love when people use it for that. Sorry, quadruple S. I meant quadruple S. Yeah, teleport's great. It has the after images like Vergil. I'll give it an 8. No, I'll give it a 9. Fuck you. Dodge. I'm not counting the dodge. That's not worth it. Normal shot. It's effective. It works. It's impactful. The like, the boom, boom, you know, it's good. I'll give it a 6. Normal string. Honestly, it's a 7. Like, it feels good and it does a lot of damage, but it's nothing crazy. All right. Now this is the move you use quadruple S for right here. It stuns enemies. I mean, you saw me doing it in that other video like a bunch. It's so helpful and it's so impactful. It's a 10. Fuck you. Infinite stinger. That's very fun. I like that a lot. That's a 9. God, I guess it's just these. Loose. This fucks Vergil. This fucks everything. Big damage and no enemy can deal with it. Love it. 10. This, delete an enemy for free. Except it's not for free because it takes too long for quadruple S to happen, so it's actually not very helpful. Its limited use makes me want to give it a 5, but I'll give it a 6 because he summons a black hole on your ass. And then, of course, to round it off, fuck. We have the super. Now, if y'all are wondering what Dante's level 5 is gonna be in the next Marvel vs. Capcom, you needn't worry any longer. God, it is so hard to do on this controller. Yeah, stop time, do a combo rush, to then end on glass-shatteringly fuck you. If I were to ever give an 11 out of 10, it'd have to be that. I mean, come on. I won't do that though, it's still a 10. I guess let's just, make sure we hit everything. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Shit, thanks for watching. That took only about as long as, Nero. That's crazy. I guess I just got faster, but hell yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. This was fun to make. I'm not even gonna ask. You know I'm gonna do one for Vergil, but let me know how enthusiastic you are, yeah? And, yeah, y'all just, I wish you could taunt in this form, that'd be great. Yeah, that's it. Fuck it, bye!